For the first time, Connecticut will open its polls early.
Yeah, the presidential primary is next Tuesday, but voters can cast ballots as soon as tomorrow. NBC Connecticut political reporter Mike Savino joins us live from Middletown now with more on what poll workers are expecting. Mike?
Yeah, Amber and Kevin, that's a big question. What we'll see tomorrow, of course, primaries tend to get very low turnout, but this is a big change, and election workers are hoping that that will drum up interest and curiosity among voters.
The people that I see, I ask them, please come and, help us perfect this so that we will be prepared for the fall.
Connecticut's presidential primary may not be competitive with nominations in both major parties already wrapped up, but local election officials hope voters will still come out to test early voting.
It's new, it's additional labor, it's additional work.
Connecticut's primary is April 2nd, but voters can go to the polls Tuesday through Thursday and again on Saturday to cast their ballot. Local registrars of voters want to see how the process works. They also want to push the state for more money.
It's not really competitive, but it certainly will be a dry run for communities.
Republicans agree the state needs to shell out more funding to help with early voting. Secretary of the State Stephanie Thomas has asked lawmakers for $5 million. Democratic lawmakers say they have to balance that budget request with others.
When we say we're making minor budget adjustments, I would think the most minor you've ever seen.
We could also see other major changes to elections this year. Voters in November can decide whether we allow no-fault absentee voting, and lawmakers are looking at changes after Bridgeport's problems, including an oversight board that can take over elections and changes to the absentee ballot process. Democrats say they expect to take action, but not on anything that they think will limit people's access to voting.
I think there's things you can do that don't disenfranchise others or other towns where it's not a problem. It's not a problem in a lot of communities.
Now, lawmakers moved up Connecticut's primary to the first Tuesday in April because they wanted our state to be more relevant in the presidential primary process. But of course, that didn't happen this year. President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump were always the heavy favorites in their parties, and both locked up those nominations just a couple of weeks ago. Live from Middletown, Mike Savino, NBC Connecticut News.